Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships.
𝗓𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃
What?
Coming to the end of the video exhibition. Interview with Mr. 𝗓𝗲𝗏𝗏, Nick, head of academic, and 𝗙𝗶𝗵𝗹𝗺𝗏 TESA lecturer.
Sir, please introduce yourself. So, sir, there are a few questions that I want to ask you, sir. If sir could spare some time. So, first question is, what do you think about creative thinking?
think beyond the box, because in classrooms you are always taught and guided by your lecturers. So creative thinking is making you an innovative person. It also makes you think in a different dimension and exposes you to better learning. So creative thinking designs better thinking and experience, and also the lecturers.
Okay, sir. So the second question is, do you think creative thinking is important and why?
Creative thinking is very important because if lecturers are going to be always talking in class, then students are unable to actually share their opinions and ideas. So when students are given a task to design or to present or to create something based on the subject that you are related to, that actually enhances creative thinking skills, and it is very, very important. It actually forces the student to think more, and to make yourself very competent with all the creations that you are coming up with. It makes you and shows you that you are a competent person, and it also actually shows you that you are able to do more than what you think you are, who you think you are. So recently I came for your creative thinking presentation, where many of your classmates and yourself, you had some dining room, service. So I saw the creative thinking skills from every group. Basically, all of you had one theme, and then you designed it based on your own ideas and your own opinions. So that is creative thinking, enabling you to think and do things as you wish. So that's why it's important.
Alright, sir. So the next question is, why does the education is important to students?
Why is education important to students? Now, education comes in two different ways, formal and informal education. Now, we start learning from the time we grow in our mother's womb. Whatever your mom or your dad talks is already an education to you. You start listening. But you are able to actually think, you are able to cultivate, you are able to present yourself when you start growing. When you start off with kindergarten, you go into preschool, and then you go into primary school, you go into secondary school, and then you come into higher education, like you guys now, you're pursuing your education in the college level. So it makes you a better person. So education actually makes one to be very professional. It molds a person to be a better human. So education is very, very important. Yes, you will hear a lot of people saying that I'm a very successful businessman without formal education. No, it definitely makes a difference when you actually attain a certain level of diploma or degree. It actually gives you more potential to be possible human beings for the corporate world. Also, you are also a form of a community where you will inspire people to be better people. So education is chain reaction, where it makes us better in terms of our mental and physical being. So education is very, very important. And for me, being with academics, of course, when I was a student, my journey was very different. Then when I started my journey, my career as a lecturer, and then I started grooming a lot of people, I have so much love for education. I have so much passion for education. So education is very important, and it must be made possible for everyone. Every person or every human being who is on earth must be given a chance to be educated. It is very important.
Okay, sir. In fourth question, in your opinion, do you think creative thinking should be top priority to our life?
Definitely, creative thinking is a priority or should be a priority in our daily lives. Because if we are able to, because you see, you are looking at creative thinking as a subject. But whatever you do every day, even when you're going to cook at home, you want to make a normal dish very differently. I still remember in your group you gave me pasta, right? And you Indianized it. So as I say, when you come to the basic part of human living, which is cooking, you also need creative thinking. So in my role as a head of academics, I need to think creatively on how to make my lecturers better academics. So creative thinking is in and out in our daily lives. That makes life interesting. That keeps the living momentum high. So creative thinking is very important in all of this.
Okay, sir. The fifth question is, when it comes to entrepreneurship, who do you look to for guidance and mentorship?
When it comes to entrepreneurship, because being an entrepreneur is actually you growing to be a business professional. So it is in every one of us. So for me, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I look within myself, because I think there's so many things that I can learn from within. Of course, I refer to a lot of professionals out there who have made very strong impacts in entrepreneurial life. But nevertheless, I have come to a point of life where I look into myself, and I also learn from all of you, my lecturers and my students, because you are also showing me a lot of different skills where I can also make myself a better person in terms of entrepreneurship.
Alright, sir. Sir, can I ask you a question for my personal one? So, when you were a student, who do you look as a mentor?
To be very honest, when I was a student, okay, if you ask me who is my inspiration, who has been my pillar of strength, my mother was a teacher, so she has always been a role model in my life. But personally, if you ask me, I had no mentors. I grew by seeing many people. You know, I like following 𝗕𝗁𝗁𝗁𝐺𝗕𝗁𝗁's talks. You know, it's very inspiring. So there are many characters who actually played so many roles in my life. So that made me who I am today. So I don't have anyone in particular, but of course, start off as a kid because I listened to my mother. Even now, I still speak to my mother for some.
Alright, sir. The last question is, on 17 May, we creative students are going to conduct an exhibition. In your opinion, as head of academic, why entrepreneurship is important?
As I said earlier, entrepreneurship is very, very important, because you see, every one of us has got this entrepreneurial skills. Okay, we definitely have this inbuilt talent that we are all able to do something for ourselves and for the community. But you are able to see your potential, and you are able to do something to know your talent by coming to college. Because you are put into a class, you have been given the subject, so you are exploring something which has been given to you by your lecturers. So the exhibition that you're conducting tomorrow is actually very important, because it is going to inspire many people. So besides inspiring people to become business professionals or become entrepreneurs, you're also making them to have a creative thinking skill. You're also making, you're creating a design for them to perhaps, to do something from whatever you're going to exhibit tomorrow. So to me, entrepreneurship is very important for everyone. Whether you're a student or even at my position now, we need to have that business mind skill in order to move forward in life. Because the world is so connected and so influenced by business. Everything is to do with business. Wherever you see people, they're all talking about making money. So when you talk about making money, yes, it is essential, but making money is all about your thinking skills, your mindset. So that is what you are going to be doing tomorrow by producing this exhibition. So I think it's a fantastic thing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hello, miss. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning. My name is 𝗕𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁. I am one of the lecturers from
We would like to ask several questions, miss, if you don't mind. So, first question is, what advice would you give to someone who is trying to become an entrepreneur?
So But what I could tell who is trying is already, whatever your idea is, just plan it, draft it, try to implement it, not like sit and because while you're planning, you might have to think of things and time, right? So at times those might be involved with different ideas. So if you're planning more ideas, it's better to plan that and implement on the spot. Just go for it, try put your whole eye and passion, just go for it, do not worry about other people's opinion, just start it. While you start, you will know what is coming up.
Alright, Miss. The second question is, what are the biggest mistakes first-time entrepreneurs can make on your opinion?
So the biggest mistake of the first-time entrepreneurs that making is like seeking profit at the first attempt. So while we are doing a business, whatever it could be very small or big business, the first thing is that you have to know the flow of your business. You see, but most of us, what we are doing is we are just focusing on the profit. Like if I'm selling this for everything and I get profit, it doesn't make sense. It's just like if I'm selling this, what are the benefits and how I can enter. So you need to know your marketing strategy. You need to know your targeting people, not about the pricing.
Alright, Miss. The third question is, how do you handle the stress that comes with responsibility?
So since we have stress that comes with responsibility, the major thing that we have to do is draft it out, plan out everything, write it out, just go with your task, just put a remark, a completed, partially completed, postponed, cancel, always have like a kind of task tracker or bullet journal for your reference so that you will be having yourself managing everything.
Alright, Miss. The last question is, do you think creative thinking is important and why?
Yes, especially for business, right? Creative thinking is very essential apart from communication or whatever. It is the key because without idea you cannot do a business. Idea is the key and idea is your profit. Idea is your knowledge, nobody can get it.
Alright, Miss. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Special thanks to Sir. Thank you so much, Sir. Dr. 𝗏𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏. We have learned something new and able to communicate each other